So I was supposed to do a reading on, I had it written down for Mick Mulvaney, but I don't really know a lot about him other than he was finance chairman, I believe, and now he's going to be new chief of staff. He did insult Trump, which that doesn't go over well, like Rex Tillerson and John Kelly. But Donald Trump, well, never mind, because he's not loyal. So, he'll throw you out with the bathwater. Why not? But I do want to see right now Mike Pence. Mike Pence went and told Congress that the Knight of Cups popped out. It's a romance card. Why is so much romantic stuff happening around Mike Pence? It's a travel card, too. But anyway, Mike Pence went to Congress and said, we'll take half of the wall money to open the government back up. Instead of having the $5 billion of American money to pay for the wall that Mexico was supposed to pay for, they'll take 2.5. Now, I don't know. It just struck me kind of strange that Mike Pence is the one with this offer. Why didn't Trump come out and say that? Why is Mike Pence taking this very non-vice presidential role to go try to negotiate money for his boss's wall? Why is such a thing occurring? So, what I want to know is what is around Mike Pence? Because if you ask me, he knows when Trump is going out. He can see when that star is going to dim. So, Mike Pence, do you want to be president? I would have said no, because I think you want out of this right now. When you were governor. Now, I will say this. Because people asked, because he's so homophobic, that do you really think Mike, because Donald Trump's not homophobic. I don't think he cares one way or the other. He's just not. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't. Mike Pence, though, has been labeled homophobic because of his religious freedoms bill that he signed in Indiana. Now, the only reason I can give him some sort of credit in that situation is when he got pushback, he stepped back and changed his position. Not his mind, his position. He did away with the bill. Now, I have to give him credit for that because unlike Donald Trump right now, who said, if I don't get my wall, we're never going to open up again. That is not the way you handle things. Obama did the same thing. When he was running for president, now mind you, he was pandering to the Christian vote, which I understand. But he said he didn't believe in gay marriage either. He believed in civil union. So, when his second term rolled around and he didn't have anything to lose, then he said, yes, I believe in gay marriage. Let's make it, nationwide. And so then it was the law of the land. Now, Mike Pence, he was also, like I said, they pushed him back and then he changed his position. So he does have at least a small inkling of humanity in him where he will listen to an argument that he cannot deny and therefore change his mind. So, I want to know his political aspiration. Does he want to be president? Because why are you coming out negotiating? Let Donald Trump do it, or are you just trying to be the middleman and you're just trying to be the adult in the room because Trump is incapable of such a thing? What are you doing? Let's look and see. let's look and see. Okay. As they were. There is the Two of Pentacles. That's a card of balance. Juggling one thing and the other. He is trying to be the middleman while elevating himself to a possible presidential nominee. He is trying to do both. Which means to me that he feels as though Russia is not going to get the best of him. So he feels that he may be sort of innocent in the thing. And when it was time to hear what he didn't want to hear, he left the room. Very savvy of you. But you boxed yourself in. And now you're going to have to defend. You're going to have to fight. Because now you have to defend Donald Trump. Because 2 years ago, you guys got in and you can't get out. There's a lot behind you. But that's a lot you put there. You got it up. It's time to stand by it. Whether or not people see you as Mike Pence or Donald Trump's VP is going to be your image going forward. That's all on you and whoever you hire. Six of Pentacles. I'm going to wait on talking about that until I get this one. I want to know what his crown is. I see what his base is. This is a six of Cups. I want to see what's up here. There's the Page of Pentacles. That is a new job. But this is in the past. So, I mean, you did get a new job. You got the VP. And here's the one I'm waiting for. That's the one I thought I was going to get to. Son of a bee. This is his base. The Six of Cups is, in the last video I talked about me looking up all of the meanings of cards and people's differing interpretations. When I was taught this card, I was taught Six of Cups is nostalgia. Blast from the past. Something or someone that you knew in the past is coming back new. When I started to dig, stuck in the past is also an interpretation. But every Six of Cup or Six of Cup card that I get, there's one. Hopefully I can find it quickly. There's another one. They usually, always, I will say, depict children. I have one more. And I have like 10 different decks, so, but they always depict children. Unless it's like that other deck that I have that has no pictures whatsoever. Children. So they always depict children. Which means childish. This is his base. This is what he stands on. Childish. His crowning thought, Donald Trump. This is why he has to do the juggling act. This is why. Right there. This is why he's exhausted. This is why he powered down in the little fight that they were having, because he was like, oh my God, Mackenzie, if you don't get down off of those people's couch. This is how he was in that meeting. He just wanted to say, Donald, shut up. Let the grown-up speak. Go over there, count to 10. That's what he wanted to do. That's why he was that parrot who was very close to going to jail from just beating the absolute dog crap out of his kid. That was him. He had to juggle. He still does because he's with Childish in Chief. So that's why I wanted to wait for that card to pop up. Because this is Childish. This is Donald. Now, mind you, Donald Trump is a Gemini. That is not what this card is. This is an earth element. Geminis are air element. But how people see Donald is as the money man. That's how Pence sees him too. Just to throw that out there. Queen of Cups. I don't know who that is. It might be his wife. I don't know. I didn't dig. But she is his immediate future. So his political ambitions and aspirations may revolve around this woman. Interesting. I'll leave that there. We'll see what his environment says. Whatever his environment says may corroborate whatever that is. That's his fear. Interesting that that's also a 2. You have the 2 of Pentacles where he was juggling, and then you have the 2 of Wands where he feels as though he can't pull this off because of what he's attached to. Right across. That's his environment. Temperance. Yeah, it's about, I think that's his wife. His wife is somebody he works with, and I very highly doubt that this is some woman he works with. He's very scared of being alone with a woman because he don't want the way it's going to look. You know, even if he's not having an affair with some woman, that it could look that way. But when I was a member of a church, this was common, where a man would not get in the car with a woman without another woman in the car. A woman that he trusted or knowed, or his wife. That is his desire. Makes sense because, like I said, he has a political ambition that he is trying to juggle, him and Childish in Chief. He is trying to run for something. For his life is what he should be running for, but... And like I said, he thinks that the Russia's not going to get to him, but everything that he is involved in when it comes to Russia, he does want to still keep hidden. Not only does he want to keep that hidden, he's got other things in his past that he also wants to keep hidden. He is not a person that is going to go tell you all his business. He does not want that out there. And right across from Donald Trump. So he definitely does not want the Russia thing in his ties and what he knows about Trump to get out. He didn't leave the room every time, Pence. But you have a decision to make, and that probably indicates why your wife or whoever this woman is and your partnership, your compromise is coming up. You still don't know what to do. I bet not draw a man. Okay, no. Ooh, I drew a secret. So there is a relationship. A new relationship. I'll just call it that. I won't call it a tryst, but it's maybe just some selflessness. But I can't say it's selflessness simply because there's the Empress. The Empress is heightened emotion. This is feminine energy. You escape it all. There's your baggage. And there's your secret. In feminine energy. Intuition. I don't know if you have a boyfriend or not, but if you do, Tell them to wait in the car until you're done being president. If that's how you got to be. Because you got a lot you're trying to keep covered. There is happy home. Win at all costs. Strategy. There is the Emperor. Authority. Order. More strategy. The Army Man. And then the Queen of Wands. I don't know who that is to you. But I'm going to stop there because I think that went somewhere else, Pence. So, do you want to be president? And I see you have to juggle with childish in chief. And then at the end of it all, this was your immediate future, this person. In your relationship and your partnership, you had to consider the options of your partnership. And then you didn't know what to do. At the end of all of that, you didn't know what to do because you're still juggling with the stigma of being the VP of Childish in Chief and then trying to keep the peace. But you're also juggling something else. Okay? You have a lot of secrets. But these are not... These are not public, but these are personal secrets. Has nothing to do with Trump or the White House. And again, I'm not going to call you gay, but whatever goes on in your house, fine. Whatever. The hypocrisy is real, but that is the reason you still have to juggle. And let me tell you something about trying to juggle work and home is not necessarily the hardest things in the world to do. But when you try to juggle work, home, relationships, intuition, because you know what to do and what not to do, childish in chief, and then you try to juggle your, I'll just say personal life, public image, keeping your public image hidden, and then your own political aspirations, you're going to fall eventually. There's only so many times you can keep things hidden. There's only so much strategy in the world. So, I don't know. You do have political aspirations. I'm asking, do you want to be president? You have political aspirations. Will you be president is a whole nother question. I didn't ask that. Do you want to be? Because I want to know why you were coming out negotiating for Trump's wall. Like, are you trying to take a more I'm the grown-up in the room approach? Or, okay, that card was on the bottom. Now, usually if I look at a card, like if it flipped over and I didn't mean for it to flip over, or if it flipped over and I seen it, but I put it right back in the deck because I want to pull a card that I didn't see. And sometimes I'll shuffle them and then I'll see the one that's on the bottom through the camera, and I'll keep shuffling because I don't want to see where they are because of the way that I pick them. Because I pick it at random, and so I don't want to pick one that I've seen before. So this one popped out and I put it back in, or I tried to, and then it popped out again. And so it is your happy home. This is where your juggling is going to affect you the most. Do you want to be president? I'll just give it a definitive no. You don't know what to do. You're stuck between the moon and New York City on that one. What you really want is to be happy. I don't know what that means for you because personal happiness is personal. I'll just say, take a step back from the public political arena. Get yourself a job to keep yourself going, or if you get a pension for being VP, I don't really know. Take some time to fix the relationship in your house. Because the first card that I got in your future when it comes to do you want to be president was your wife. And then your environment was temperance. Temperance is a card of compromise and healing. And then at the top was the Two of Swords, which is deadlock and indecision. And then this card refused to go back in the deck until I picked it up. This is your happy home. This is what you want the most. Go for that. Do you want to be president? I'm going to answer for you. No.